When we interviewed Wesle, he was in England, and we were doing a Skype thing. And right after that interview, I went to the bookstore and I bought his book, Washed and Waiting. And it was transformational for me. And from that moment, I said, we need to have this discussion here at Trinity. And we finally are going to do it. So I'd like to announce for the first time that we're having a conference here in October, and I'd like Wesle to talk a little bit about it. Christian Faith and Same-Sex Attraction, Finding Paths to Ministry. It's on the 10th and 11th of October. So just give us a little bit of a rundown.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be wonderful.
I think it's a day and a half, and the details will be on the website, so you can look it up. But the idea for this conference is to talk about the issue of same-sex attraction, the issue of homosexuality, in a way that really speaks to people who are parish priests, who are counselors, who are in various forms of ministry, and to people who are same-sex attracted themselves who might come to the conference. So we want to kind of speak to a very broad audience and have a lot of different people involved. But the people we've brought on board, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be talking about kind of how developing a theology of friendship is actually really key to this whole discussion, because I think what a lot of gay people feel that they're being asked to do by the gospel is to live a life without intimacy. They're being asked to deny themselves a same-sex marriage, to remain sexually abstinent, and that automatically equals lifelong singleness, which automatically equals lifelong loneliness. That's what a lot of people hear from the church. And so I think to be able to say, you are called, every celibate person in the church is called to deep, meaningful friendship, is actually a really crucial piece of this whole conversation. That whatever the gospel, whatever sacrifices the gospel calls you to make, the gospel never calls people to live without love. Gay people, just as well as straight people, are called to love. Now, the forms of love are going to look different, but everybody's called to love. And everybody's called to be loved. So I'm going to be talking about that. We have two other speakers. Mark Yarhouse, who is a psychologist at Regent University in Virginia Beach, Virginia. He's done a lot of research on this whole topic. He co-authored a book called Ex-Gays, ? With Stan Jones of Wheaton College. And they did a longitudinal study of sexual orientation change efforts. So he's going to talk about that research and what we can say to people about possibilities of altering their same-sex attraction. And we've also invited Melinda Selmys. She is a very, very thoughtful Roman Catholic woman who was an atheist and came to faith in Christ. She is self-identified as a gay woman. She's married to a man, has several children, deeply committed to her Catholic faith. So she is committed to only a sexual relationship with her husband. And she's going to talk about her experience of coming out as a lesbian and what it's like to live as a faithful Catholic woman in a marriage to a man of a different sexual orientation than she is. And she's just very thoughtful. So those are our speakers, and there's going to be time for Q&A and breakout sessions, and I'm just very excited about it. I think it's going to be a great event. So,
this is really important, I think. I think this is an important discussion that we need to have here at Trinity. And so I'm very grateful that we finally got it on the book. So there are some flyers here. There'll be lots of publicity about it, but I wanted to use the June term as the way to sort of launch the discussion. So please, take these to your parishes. I'd like to see as many people as we can pack into the Commons Hall come to this event. It's going to be a very important one.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.